His father gave the best years of his life so she could learn piano. Her mother sat beside her every night to make sure her grades were perfect. They had fled Vietnam. They arrived in Canada with nothing. They worked in a factory. They placed everything they had into one single thing: their daughter. And that daughter? One night, that daughter flickered her bedroom light. A signal. 3 armed men were waiting. Her mother died that same night. Her father crawled to a neighbor's house with a bullet in his face. And Jennifer Pan, the golden daughter, sat at the top of the stairs, with a shoelace tied around her wrist, and tears on her face, but not tears of grief. Hui Hun Pan and Bic Ha had fled Vietnam, a generation that knew what hardship meant, a generation that believed sacrifice was the same as love. They settled in Markham, a quiet suburb in Ontario. They raised 2 children, and they poured every hope they had into Jennifer. Piano, figure skating, perfect grades, medical school. That was the plan. A plan Jennifer was never asked about. Jennifer fell in love in high school, a boy named Daniel Wong. But Daniel was not an ordinary boy. He sold drugs in their neighborhood. Police had once found marijuana in his car, and he had been forced to change schools. When her father found out, he said no. This relationship is forbidden. But Jennifer did not know how to say no, or maybe, for the first time in her life, she did not want to. That same year, she failed calculus. Ryerson University withdrew their offer, but she said nothing to her parents. She changed the report card herself, by hand. This was the first lie, and when one lie works, a person learns to keep lying. For 4 years, Jennifer picked up her bag every morning. She pretended to go to university. She sat in coffee shops. She gave piano lessons. She worked at a restaurant. And all the while, she told her family, "I am studying pharmacology at the University of Toronto. I received a scholarship. I volunteer at the hospital for sick children." She built a fake class schedule. She bought a fake diploma. $500. And she was still secretly seeing Daniel Wong. 7 years. Psychologists have a name for this: a split identity. When someone is forced to be 2 different people for years, one for home, one for real life, the line between truth and lies begins to disappear, not just for the people around them, for themselves too. You didn't come this far to stop here. Subscribe, and go deeper with Obscura Mind. One day, her parents followed her, and they saw, not a university, not a hospital, Jennifer, in a restaurant, wearing an apron. Her father wanted to throw her out of the house. Her mother refused, but they set conditions. Leave Daniel. No phone, no car. Wherever you go, we will know. For Jennifer, this was no longer pressure. This was destruction. Everything she had built, even that parallel life, was gone. And what was left? A bedroom. A father who looked at her with eyes full of blame. And no way out. Jennifer called Daniel. She said they had to do something. At first, they only wanted her father killed. Then Jennifer decided she wanted to be killed herself, to escape everything. But that plan fell apart too. In the end, 3 men were hired. Lunford Crawford, David Milvaganam, Eric Carty. $5,000 per person, from the inheritance Jennifer expected to receive. November 8th, 2010. Jennifer flickered her bedroom light. The door is open. 3 men entered the house. They took her parents to the basement. They tied Jennifer to the banister with a shoelace, so she would look like a victim. Bic Ha Pan was killed there. Han Pan was shot in the face and left for dead. But Han did not die. With a bullet in his face, he walked out the back door. He made it to a neighbor's house, and he survived. Police sensed something was wrong from the beginning. Jennifer was too calm, too composed when she spoke, and when Han Pan came out of his coma, he remembered everything. 2 weeks after the attack, Jennifer was called to the police station for the 3rd time. This time, she did not come back home. In court, Jennifer said she never wanted her mother to die. The judge did not accept it. The jury did not accept it. December 2014. Convicted of first-degree murder. Life in prison. No possibility of parole for 25 years. And Han Pan, the father who came back from death, took the stand in court and testified against his own daughter. Many people who hear this case say, Jennifer was a monster. Many others say, she was a victim. How could a daughter send killers to the mother who loved her? Because Jennifer Pan was neither a monster nor a victim. She was a human being who had learned to lie in order to survive, so thoroughly that she could no longer tell the difference between truth and reality, so completely that when everything collapsed, her mind saw only one way out. The answer is not one word. It is not one layer. It did not happen in one night. Psychologists describe something called the false self. When the world around a child says you are not enough as you are, the child learns to build another version of themselves, a version that is accepted, a version that is loved. Tiger parenting is not on trial here. Millions of children grew up under the same pressure and made different choices. But this question remains. When we teach a child that failure is forbidden, we teach that child to hide failure. And hidden things, slowly and quietly, find their own way out. Jennifer built that version of herself from childhood, the perfect daughter, the pianist, the top student, the ideal child of hard-working immigrants. But underneath that version, someone else lived. Someone who was exhausted. Someone who wanted to love. Someone who wanted to fail and still be loved anyway. That real person was never seen, never heard. So she stayed hidden, and the things we hide do not die inside us. They grow. In the dark, unsupervised, without limits. Jung said that what you refuse to accept in yourself becomes your fate. Jennifer refused to accept many things for many years. Her anger, her exhaustion, her right to an ordinary life. And that anger took shape. Slowly, quietly. Behind the smile of the golden daughter. Behind the forged report cards. Behind every yes, father, that came out of her mouth. Until one night, there was nowhere left to hide. This is not a story about a killer. This is a story about what happens to the things we bury when we bury them long enough. Big Ha Pan is gone. Her father Han, the man who came back from death, lost his daughter forever. Jennifer is in prison, left with a question that may never be answered. If just once, only once, she had been allowed to fail, and someone had loved her anyway, would she have flickered that light? This is Obscura Mind, where we explore darkness not to frighten, but to understand. Reality is never the full story.